You may be able to get to your goal because of applying those things taught in the program, but it's not actually the program itself that led you to get to your goal. It's rather your belief and the faith behind the program that, okay, it's gonna work. So even if you did not take the program, and if you're just like working on your own faith and conviction inside of yourself, you would still be able to get there through other means. So there's like so many possibilities, guys. That's what I'm trying to talk about here. This is a world full of possibilities, and the only thing that you need to be doing is strengthening your beliefs through affirmations, visualizations, inner conversations, or whatever technique that you want to apply. In this video, I want to talk about this really important and interesting topic when it comes to manifesting. It is whether or not you should be taking actions in order to manifest. And if you have any questions in your mind, such as, is it even possible to manifest anything without taking physical actions? What do I do instead? Don't worry, I'm here to answer all of that. So if you're interested in learning more about this topic of whether or not to take actions while manifesting, stay tuned and let's get started. Welcome back to this video. My name is Rab. I'm a life as well as a manifesting coach. And if you want to work one-on-one with me, feel free to contact me through my email or click the link in the description box below. Also, I'm planning to offer some email coaching sessions which is gonna be in a lot more reduced price. So if that's something that you may be interested in, feel free to contact me in my email and we can get started on that as well. So, sorry, I have a little bit sore throat, so let's get started on this regardless. So today's topic is a very interesting and important topic because there has been a lot of debate about whether or not it is important to take actions in the 3D. And this is something that I was really confused about for years before I actually started my own manifesting journey. Because I was more into law of attraction and, more in personal development where taking actions was really encouraged and all kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to, devalue those teachings or anything like that. But once I started learning about Neville, the manifesting process became so much clearer to me because there had been so many instances in my own life where I had manifested so many like wonderful and great things that were of really significance to me without even taking like too much actions. In fact, to the contrary, whenever I stopped taking some actions, that's when they started to come into my life. That's why I wanted to kind of like really dig down deep into this topic and kind of like debunk all the myths about taking actions or not, well, manifesting, so it's gonna be really clear for you. So the simple answer is no. You do not need to be taking any physical actions in your 3D reality in order to manifest, but you do need to take actions. So what kind of action is that? It's all mental. It's all mental actions in a sense, like you need to be visualizing, affirming, especially if you feel like the thing that you're trying to manifest is sort of hard for you, then you have to train your mind to think that, no, it's actually easy. It's achievable. So you have to be affirming to yourself and just make yourself believe in any means that you may need to, because it's not a video about technique or anything like that, but whatever means it takes for you to make yourself believe that that goal is achievable, it's gonna be easier for you to manifest that into your life. I'm going to give you an example here in a second, but I did want to mention that our subconscious mind, sometimes it does take some action in order for it to believe that, okay, something is achievable. But if your faith and your belief in the process as well as getting your desired outcome is strong, you do not even have to like lift a finger in order to manifest. It's as simple as that. So let me give you an example to kind of demonstrate how it works, okay? So let's say that you want to be a great musician. Let's talk about guitar playing because it's kind of coming from my own personal experience too. Let's say that you want to be a great guitar player, and one way to go about it is just like practice really hard, watch all the videos up on YouTube and just be practicing hard day and night in order to become a great guitar player. But what happens if you do not have like a strong faith, a strong conviction and belief that you can actually achieve that goal? You're not gonna go anywhere. It's as simple as that. Without any strong belief and faith in whatever you're trying to achieve, you cannot get anywhere. It's as simple as that. Whereas let's say that you just have a strong belief and you think that, yeah, it's possible for me to become like this guy who's playing up on the stage. I would imagine myself playing in front of people, like thousands of people up on the stage. And I didn't even know how to pick up the guitar, lift a guitar, and play a single chord. So what started to happen in my own personal experiences is I started to attract more opportunities and situations where I would be kind of driven to play guitars, and it was more of these like feeling guided to do something rather than you're trying to do something deliberately. Because in my mind, I would see myself as this great guitar player already. I had this faith that it was possible for me to believe it. It wasn't like something I was really obsessed about. But just because of having that faith, it would be easier for me to get into situations where I'd be driven to play guitars. Like I'd be, introduced to some great guitar players, and just by sitting with them and, watching them play and just playing along with them, it would just make me a better guitar player instantly. Taking actions for me, it just felt like something that was more of arbitrary. And even in your own manifesting process, you will start to notice this thing called inspired actions. And I think this is what Neville talks about a lot in his speech too. He talks about inspired actions, and you will know that these are inspired actions because you'll be driven to do something. So one question that I like to ask myself when I'm trying to manifest and when I'm feeling doubtful of whether I need to be taking actions is this happening through me, or am I trying to deliberately do this in order to achieve something? When you feel like the actions are happening through you and you're just like going with the flow, that's the best way to be understanding that, okay, yeah, this is inspired actions. And even if you miss those inspired actions, it's okay, because the opportunities are gonna be knocking at your door all the time. Even if you miss one opportunity, there'll be other opportunities for you to be driven to your goal from a different way. So in the same way, when it comes to manifesting a specific person, sometimes people get really desperate and they end up trying to take actions which end up driving the people more away from you, right? And that happens out of neediness. Now I have a video on neediness, and I also guide you through a meditation to get rid of your neediness. And if you wanna learn about that video, I'll put a link up here, or actually up here. I always get confused, so it's gonna be on the cards up here. If you're feeling that way, it's a total no-no. If you're feeling this desperate need to be taking actions, that's a complete no-no. You never should be taking actions. So if you're feeling like that, if you feel like a little confused, a little torn about whether or not I should be taking action, and if you're feeling a little bit of desperation on you, the only thing that you need to go is into your inner world to make yourself feel calm and soothed and relaxed, and get back into this state of feeling this possibility of you being able to achieve your goals. Now I know this might be a little tough for you to wrap your minds around it, because we live in such a action-driven world, especially with all these marketing messages and all these kind of things, because everything is kind of laid out for you in a step-by-step formula. And especially if there's a topic that you're interested in, the advertisers will know where to target that message and just let you know that this is the exact way that you need to take actions in order to manifest, or these guides or steps in order for you to manifest something. But in my opinion, those are not really necessary. You might be inspired to get through one of those courses or get through one of those programs in order to achieve your goals or your desires, but it's completely arbitrary, because the only thing that needs to be strong here is the faith and belief in your mind that you're able to achieve that. So Neville talks about imagination being the God itself in action, right? So basically, once you start strengthening your mental muscles of you being able to achieve your goals, the goals are gonna come to you, or you're gonna be kind of pushed towards your goal. You may be able to get to your goal because of applying those things taught in the program, but it's not actually the program itself that led you to get to your goal. It's rather your belief and the faith behind the program that, okay, it's gonna work, and this thing is gonna work, and it's gonna help me achieve whatever it is that I want. So even if you did not take the program, and if you're just working on your own faith and conviction inside of yourself, you would still be able to get there through other means. So there's so many possibilities, guys. That's what I'm trying to talk about here. This is a world full of possibilities, and the only thing that you need to be doing is strengthening your beliefs through affirmations, visualizations, inner conversations, or whatever technique that you want to apply. But the only thing that you need to be doing, the only action that you need to be taking is mental, inside of your own minds. So once that's set, the goals are gonna start coming towards you. It's gonna start flowing towards you. And the actions that you're gonna be taking is gonna be more like the inspired actions, where you'll be led towards doing something rather than you have to be doing something deliberately or forcefully to get your desires, or trying to take actions, for example, like trying to text desperately for somebody to get their attention. Rather than that, you might be led to just go out to a party where you meet that person that you want to meet, and it just happens out of like spontaneity without you even having to think about it. It's more, seems like a coincidence, and that's more like the bridge of incidents, all the movements that happens in the background without you having to lift a single finger. So I hope that video clarified that question that you had about whether or not to be taking action in the 3D reality, and I intend this was of great help to you. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. And also, if you want to work one-on-one with me, or if you want to sign up for that email coaching session, feel free to send me an email. Also check out the link in the description box below. And with that being said, guys, I want to wish you all the very best. So work on that mental action, not the physical actions, okay? So I want to wish you all the very best. Goodbye and namaste.